What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 118. I am here with my man, David Chard, as in Swiss Chard. How you doing, brother?
Hey, very good.
If you guys are looking for an amazing opportunity to do something special, check out this interview tonight, right after this. All right, we are back. Thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's a pleasure. It's my honor.
Hey, man. Shoot, it's been a long time coming. So those of you that don't know, we're just gonna do a simple show. We're not gonna eat. We're just gonna focus on what we need to focus on, right?
Absolutely.
Beautiful? Okay. So cheers, man. Appreciate it. So what are we focusing on today?
Today we're focusing on Friends of Denise.
Friends of Denise. Okay, so for those of you guys that are watching, Friends of Denise was put together by David, right? Dave or David? David.
Yeah.
No Daves, right?
I like David.
You haven't been Dave for a while, right? Okay. Yeah. So David Chard put this group together for Denise Boyd, who is resident of Taiwan, longtime expat, right? And she has been a big part of the community for a long time, and now she needs a hand. So I will actually let you introduce why she needs a hand. Yeah.
Yeah, Denise is a wonderful lady. I got to know her through my friend Tammy Turner a couple of years ago via Facebook connections. She's a Scottish national, a Scottish lassie, and she's been in Taiwan 21 years. 21 years, okay. Always very active in the community. She's been, a teacher at international schools, but wherever she's been very active in community projects. She and Tammy did an amazing thing a few years back where they created a kind of a living garden for kindergarten kids. They made their own garden.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Tammy came down and they did the permaculture stuff on that. And, it was a couple of months ago, I just noticed that I hadn't talked to Denise for a long time, and so I reached out to her and said, how's it going? And I found out that she had just discovered that she's had hepatitis C since she was a child. They have tracked the whole genome for that now, and they tracked it all the way back to Scotland and said, you probably had this since you were probably 7 or 8 years old.
Wow. And it's just not come up until now, I guess, right?
I mean, well, the liver, it affects the liver, of course. And the liver is very redundant and resilient. If you have even a small amount of healthy liver left, you can not know anything. There'll be no symptoms. It's called the silent killer. Okay. So she was really, suddenly, she went over the line with her liver function, and she went and got some tests, and she found this all out. And it's like the doctors are saying, your liver's been devastated by this, and you need to take 6 months off at least with no stress to have.
Which is tough. Very tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's she's a single mom. Okay. And she's always provided for herself very well, but then the doctor said, no work, no stress. But how can you have no stress when you can't pay the bills?
When you're a provider. Yeah, of course. That is one of the big things that we stress about, right? When you something like COVID comes and your income takes a hit, you're just kind of like that. That is stress. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So okay.
So I quickly
pull up a
just
picture of her while you're talking. That's her right there. You can check that out.
Hi, Denise.
Yeah. Hi, Denise. Okay.
And that's her daughter Tiana.
Very cute.
She's about 16 now, so that's an older picture.
Old picture. Okay.
So I reached out to some friends of mine in the community here. We've done this a number of times over the years, and we put together a steering committee, including you, Ed.
Including me, man.
One of the first people to say yes.
Sure. Hey,
instantly.
Man. I'm like the yes guy. I'm like, what are we doing? All right, let's make it happen, right? So, yeah, my pleasure. I mean, I also think that it's happened before where, sometimes something happens to maybe an expat out here. I think it's tough. It's tough for us because the family's not here, and so we need to make sure that. I mean, obviously, I'm married to Taiwanese, and I have my Taiwanese side, but yeah, definitely, if we can help each other. I mean, definitely not a rich guy, but if we can, if I can use what I got and we can help, then I'm always in. Yeah, all in.
Well, I'm very grateful for your support.
Thank you.
And you really did say yes instantly. There was no hesitation.
No problem.
I appreciate that so much.
I get in trouble for that sometimes by my wife, man. Oh, my gosh. It's like, you're just so nice to everybody. we always get ripped off. I'm like, hey.
So,
good. Things are good.
so I spent like a whole afternoon on the phone, and we put together a steering committee with 14 people.
14? Okay.
Yeah, we have.
List them out. Shout out.
Well, yeah, I'd like to shout out to Tammy Turner,
Okay.
Gabby Seawald, Elias Eck, who made the local webpage for this
Okay.
project, John Hardiman of Bayshore Pacific, Steve Parker, Rick Monday. Everybody knows Rick, former
Rick
DJ
Monday.
here.
Sure.
Joel Cicerone, Jamie Roofy,
I
Andrew
just had him
Clark
last
from
week.
TIE.
I had those two guys.
Yeah,
I
I
had
saw
them on,
that.
yeah,
That's a
Jamie
great
last
show.
week.
It was
Okay.
very nicely done.
Okay.
Jack Whiteford,
No, Jack as well.
wonderful guy. Greg
Okay.
Haxton, who has he has his own charity organization to
Yes.
raise money for expats who kind
Okay.
of fall between the cracks here.
Sure. That's great.
Of course, Ed Gonzalez and Peter Kurtz. Everybody knows Peter Kurtz. But
Okay, yeah,
these
yeah.
people, really, in one afternoon, they all said yes.
Okay.
And they'll do whatever it takes. So
Okay,
we've been
fantastic.
quite busy. That was like the first week in December.
Okay.
So this has come up really fast.
Okay, so I remember we were talking about doing the event in December because we wanted to make it happen for Christmas, but we decided that's a little quick, right? Because we
Yeah.
actually wanted it to be somewhat successful, right? So yeah,
Well, we
so
want it
far
to
it's
be
looking
totally
good.
successful.
Yeah, of course, right? I mean, giving it a week or so is going to be tough. So
Absolutely.
So now I think we're good, right? So far.
Well, where we are today is we have about 30 people who have confirmed to attend the Mexican buffet gala dinner.
Can you unplug the speaker? That's going ding 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 ding. Okay. Yeah, thanks, man.
We have about 30 people who've confirmed so far.
30 sounds fantastic.
That's
Yeah.
30 people who have all committed to donate 3,000 NT a head for an all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet here
Yep.
at Eddy's Mexican Cantina.
That will be next Friday, right?
July 14th. Sorry, January
July.
14th.
I'm like, wait a minute. Did I do that? Okay. Yeah. So January 14th, which is next Friday.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna have like a sort of an all-you-can-eat buffet. You know, it's gonna be fun. Yeah. And the proceeds are gonna go to Denise, right? So that's, my contribution. I think we it's tough for us to be the big donator, but to take the space, we take a Friday and we try to make some money for Denise is definitely our pleasure.
It's
Yeah.
going to make a huge difference for her. So far we've had around 300,000 NT in direct donations.
Okay, beautiful.
And these are connections from our steering committee, people from the TIE group on Facebook,
Yeah.
who have just said, yeah, what's her bank account? I'll just send the money. So,
Okay.
but our goal is to reach about 500,000, and
Okay.
we really need this gala dinner to sort of get over the top for
Okay.
that.
So how did the TIE group get involved? That's Taiwan Impact Entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're both members of that.
We are both members of that,
Big
yeah.
shout out to Andrew Clark
Andrew
and Jamie
Clark,
Roofy.
Jamie
It's
Roof, yeah.
the best Facebook group I've ever joined. It's
Pretty
wonderful.
awesome. Yeah. These guys are on it. So
Really
shout out to
good people.
TIE. Yeah.
Yeah, so people were like instantly, they're going, yeah, how do we donate? And the money started going right into her accounts, within a couple of
Perfect.
days. They did a couple of events, raised a bit more. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, of
if
course.
somebody has 200 NT to spare, that's
Yeah.
great. If somebody has 20,000, that's great.
Yeah.
It all adds up. Everybody can play a role.
Sure. Okay. It's great, man. So
Yeah.
that group is helping out. You mentioned Jamie and Andrew, fantastic guys. You also mentioned Jack Whiteford, right?
Yeah.
He's also going to be doing an event as well, right? So maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Jack came up with Jack. He's like a vinyl DJ.
Yep. Yes. Jack's
and
the
he's
DJ.
well known for doing that, and he totally loves it. And he not only joined the steering committee and sponsored 5 people for the gala.
That's wow. Yeah.
He called me up and he said, "Look, I want to do a special fundraising event as a vinyl DJ."
Okay.
And the details of that will be coming out soon. That's going to be on February 12th.
Do we have a location or not yet?
We'll be
Not sure.
coming up with that soon.
Okay. Sounds good. Hey, no problem. Yeah. Cool. No, I think that's fantastic, man. Because I think if everyone can work together, it's always the best, right? I mean, like we were saying, I'll just usually say yes to everything and just figure it out and let's make it happen. So, yeah, Jack Whiteford helping out. He's actually been a longtime customer of ours. A lot of the people that you mentioned, I think, are in Tianmu, right? Which is great because a lot of them are our customers. Not all, I think, but most of them are people that have dined here before. And yeah, it should be a good one, man. Should be really cool.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So a little bit more about Denise. So she got diagnosed as having hepatitis C, right?
Yeah.
From a young age, and now it's really kind of devastating her liver. You were saying, right?
Yeah.
So maybe can we talk a little bit more about that? I mean, how does that? You mentioned before that you had some experience with that as well in '79.
Well, I had hepatitis A in '79 when I was a graduate student here.
Okay.
And probably from some dirty seafood somewhere.
Okay.
But it took like 3 months of my life. And I was in the hospital for 2 weeks here at the Adventist Hospital. And then the doctor said, go home and rest, don't do any work, don't study, don't read, just vegetate, watch your diet. I had a restricted diet. And I missed like most of a semester in graduate school. Okay. Which really messed up my grade average.
Of course, yeah.
But when your liver stops functioning, you just feel like death. I've never felt lower in my life than that experience.
I think that most people, don't have that experience, right? So for you to have gone through it, I think it's a little extra like personal because you realize what she's going through. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally relate.
Okay.
Yeah. Although what she has now is, probably 5 to 10% of her liver still functioning, and the rest has been devastated by the disease. And down the road, she may be a candidate for a liver transplant. First, she has to survive.
Okay.
For 6 months, and her prognosis needs to improve.
Okay.
So that she can get on the list.
Okay.
So what we're doing here is we're trying to save a life. We're trying to buy Denise some time.
Okay.
So that she can rest up, she can recover as much as she can.
Is there a timeline where, like 6 months, a year, where if she just vegetates, like you were saying, for 6 months or a year, where it can kind of come back to the 20 or 50 or 100%? I don't know anything about that.
Well, I'm not a doctor, I'm not qualified to speculate on all that. But what I can say is this, that her best shot is if she can rest stress-free for 6 months. That's exactly what her doctor said. Okay. So recently she went to the doctor for a checkup, and her results are way improved because she has been able to rest a bit.
So the money's helping already.
I spoke with her this morning.
Okay.
I've been leaving her alone because she really wanted to be left alone for a while. She was getting like so many calls when this campaign started up.
Sure.
And she was spending all day on the phone making other people feel better about her. And so, she took some time out and said, "Look, let's just not talk for a while." But I spoke with her this morning.
Sure.
Because I said, "Well, how is this making a difference for you?"
Yeah.
And what she told me was, just the little things. It's like she's been wanting to get a new sponge for her kitchen, and she had to worry she didn't have money for a new sponge.
Geez, sometimes we take things for granted, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
And where's the next meal coming from? That's gone away.
Okay.
She's eating well. She's getting some physiotherapy. Which, at 500 NT a session doesn't seem like a lot of money, but when you have no money, that's
a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. No, I could definitely, I could.
And it was quite an emotional call. She was almost in tears and so grateful to all the people that have stepped up to this.
Okay.
And that's why we're here now. We're just asking people to, step up, come out for a gala dinner.
Yeah.
We're going to have some fun here, aren't we?
For sure. Yeah, we'll do so. Yeah, we'll have some fun. So basically, if anybody's watching right now, there's links in the description below. You can come if you want to come and eat. If you don't want to straight up donate, you can come and donate. They're $3,000. You can come and eat, have some drinks. We'll do some fun stuff here. Or if you don't want to come, you can just donate. You've got the GoFundMe set up, right? That's been set up for quite recently, I think, right?
Yeah.
The GoFundMe, yeah?
Yeah, for people in Taiwan, the easiest thing is to go to her Taiwan page, which is called friendsofdenise.org.
That's also, the link for that is also in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go to that if you're in Taiwan, okay?
And you can basically just go to an ATM and send her some cash. That's the
so
easiest.
Our bank, okay, perfect. So yeah, that the ATM transfer, okay, perfect. That sounds good, okay. Excellent.
If you want to really help out, you can copy the link to the GoFundMe site, send it to your friends around the world so we can tap into a global network.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll definitely be sharing those tonight after this. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay.
So, I'd just like to invite everybody to come out. Let's fill up this let's fill up Eddy's Cantina.
Sounds good. I always like a full Eddy's
Have some
Cantina,
really good
for
Mexican food.
We try. Let's have some good food, some drinks. You mentioned HackStrong, right?
Yeah.
HackStrong is another. I know it's a foreign sort of. I've read about it many times, but maybe you could explain a bit more about it.
Well, HackStrong is a local charity that helps expats who are in this type of situation.
Okay.
They may have some medical care through the healthcare system, but
Okay.
they don't necessarily have money for rent or to buy a new sponge and
Sure,
those kind
sure.
of daily necessities.
Yeah, of course.
So the founder, Greg, was himself in a very critical accident a few years ago, and a bunch of
Okay.
friends stepped up to help him make it through. And so his own mission now is to make this available for lots of
So
other
after
people.
he got healthy, he's like, you know what, that sucked.
Yeah.
So let's make something so that doesn't have to happen to other people.
Yeah, and he's
Beautiful.
also on our steering committee and has been
Okay.
very actively helping raise funds through their channels.
Okay.
So it's like it's really a community project.
I think when you were saying you were looking for different places to do the gala, I think I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think Tiemu is a great place for that. I think this area is especially this restaurant. We're probably close to 50-50 local and expat. We get a lot of people from the States and Europe and even the other Asian countries as well. And it's a pretty good area, man. I think everybody here is they're down to help people out and so are we. We try to help any way we can. So I'm glad that you guys chose us, and we're honored to have it here.
Well, Eddy's Cantina was at the top of my list. My top three choices were all you.
We're all me. So 1, 2, 3. The gold, the silver, and the bronze. That was all me. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
I'll take that. Yeah.
I happen to love Mexican food. I like
Yeah.
to come down here and have lunch a couple of times a month.
Yeah,
and,
for sure. I know. Yeah, and you live just up the street somewhere, right?
Yeah, just up on the top of Section 7.
Beautiful. So for the gala, are we going to do some kind of dress code, or what's the situation for
just
that?
come as you are.
Just come as you are.
Relax.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that because anytime anybody mentions a dress code, I'm just kind of like, oh. I have like one kind of suit because you know what I mean. It's weddings, funerals, whatever, any gala, whatever. I got the same suit. It's like
wear your best flip flops.
I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I mean, it's just yeah. I mean, one of the main things that I love about kind of doing my own business and doing my own thing is that I can wear my my chef jacket, or I can wear my soccer shirt or whatever, and it's comfortable, and I don't have to wear a suit to the office, which is kind of nice. But because of that, I don't really have many suits. So dress code, come as you are, it's perfect for me.
Come here, relax. Having a happy hour from 6 p.m. to 7, opening the buffet at 7.
Yeah, for sure.
After that, we'll go to whenever.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be good. I think menu-wise, we'll have a nice mix of different, flour sort of based, taco sort of dishes. We have these little sopes that we make for events, like these little tiny mouth bite-sized sort of sopes. Those are really nice. We're grinding our own corn for our corn tortillas, so there's the same masa for the sopes. It's going to be a pretty good mix of stuff. I'm excited. Yeah, well, I'll talk to a couple of the beer guys still. I haven't got a hold of them, but definitely I have some specials coming up for that. It'll be nice. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. Brother,
Right.
time flies. It's been almost 30 minutes. Jeez.
Really?
Yeah.
That's-
It's been 20 something. So, a couple more things. What's the financial goal with the situation with Denise? What is where are we at, and what's our
Well,
goal?
the number we picked, in a short-term basis, is about $500,000 NT dollars.
$500,000. Okay.
Yeah. So we've reached 3/5, 60% of that already.
Okay, which is great. Okay.
And as I said, I think the gala event here at your restaurant is going to put that over the top.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah,
We're looking for another 30 people. We've got 30 already.
Yeah.
Every person who comes makes a difference.
So it's definitely going to be limited seating. I mean, once it's done, it's done. I think someone needs to close the door. I think when it's filled up, it's going to be fun. I mean, I have some plans for it. It's going to be a good event. Got some good food coming out. I'm excited. It's going to be a good show, man.
Yeah.
What about yourself, man? How's life with you, by the way?
All good. Just working away on my business
Okay.
post-COVID.
Post-COVID business, how's that going? Okay.
Well,
COVID was a bit of a kick in the nuts.
I really got slammed by COVID because I'm a workshop facilitator focused on leadership development,
in-person stuff, right?
Yeah, live workshops.
Sure.
That's what I love to do. And that pretty much became impossible, with COVID. Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm now in the process of learning, as a digital immigrant, not a digital native, learning the process of doing online deliveries and creating a platform for that.
Sure.
Which is both fun and frustrating.
It's very tough. We actually when the COVID hit us and we had to close, we launched our own online ordering system, which has been good. We had it sitting there for a year, which we didn't need because the first year of COVID, we actually did great because no one could leave. So if you got to stay and you want to go out for a night, get some tacos and some beers. So it actually was a great summer for us. And then right at the end of last year, sort of in the summertime, COVID came and we had to close for, I think it was 3 months. I think maybe more,
Wow.
3 to 4. We had to shut the doors. So we had to do only delivery, sort of online stuff. So we had our online system ready, but it wasn't, the bugs weren't worked out. So we pissed a few people off for the first week or two, like, and I'm like, man, what do you want from me? I'm not a developer, man. This is what I asked for, and the developer did it. And when it's, there's going to be some bugs. It is what it is. Now they took about a month to get them all done, and now it's good. And now, after we open the doors again, we still use it, and we still have people from all over the place that are using it, and it's pretty cool. So, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, so that's a tough.
It's real
one.
Easy to order your food online.
Definitely, yeah,
Eddy's,
definitely, yeah. I should actually put the link in the description,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I never do. That's ding, yeah. So sometimes you get so bogged down, kind of doing other things, you don't look at your own thing as much. It's kind of a silly, yeah. So I this is episode 118. So that's over 2 years, every week in a row.
Wow.
And I've never put the link to my restaurant in the description.
No, put it in, Eddy.
I'll
Go
put
ahead.
it in tonight.
Put it
That's
in.
it's
Yeah.
pretty dumb. It's
Yeah.
pretty dumb of me, yeah.
If you put it in, I promise to order something in the next
Okay,
24
sounds good.
hours.
Sounds good. All right. And you're close by, so it's an easy one, yeah?
Yeah, I could actually ride my bike down here and pick it up.
Perfect. So let's mention one more time for the people that cannot make it, maybe people that are overseas, how can they donate if they're overseas? I think
Talk
about
if you're
that one more
outside
time.
of Taiwan, the
Yeah.
simplest way is to go to the GoFundMe page,
Okay.
which is in the links below,
Okay, yep.
and make a donation. And that money will go straight. It has to be in my U.S. account to
Okay.
meet the GoFundMe criteria.
Okay. How does the GoFundMe thing work? You have to hit a certain number, right? If you don't hit, I've never done one of those. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
doesn't
You don't
matter.
have to hit a certain. You
Okay,
set a
perfect.
goal.
Okay,
So
sure.
our goal on GoFundMe is like over the next year to raise another $15,000 US.
Okay.
And so, but whatever money goes in immediately goes into the account, and it goes straight to Denise.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
But,
I know some of those accounts where, you don't hit the goal and all of a sudden your money comes back. I'm like, I don't want the money. I want the thing I bought, and you don't get it. So
No,
that's
it's
that's
not
good.
like that.
Okay,
It's not
perfect.
like that.
Okay, beautiful.
What happens is GoFundMe gets a little piece of the action.
Of course, that's how
and
they
I
stay in
think I
business.
set it on like 5% that they could take. And individuals can specify a tip for GoFundMe. Obviously, they're making this platform available, and they need to. It's a business.
Well, it's a business that needs to survive, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can work for free, or you only can for so long. I've done that. I've worked for free for a while. It's pretty shitty. Yeah.
But it's very
definitely.
easy to set up.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward, and there's a fair amount of information posted there about
Okay.
Denise and the whole situation.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the easiest way for people outside of Taiwan.
Okay.
Now, if you're in Taiwan, the easiest way is to go to the friendsofdenise.org. And just go to an ATM, just get her bank account information, go to an ATM and put in some money.
Okay.
Um,
That sounds good. So I think anybody who's watching, if you're able to donate anything, you were saying, couple hundred NT, G by Kwai, that'll all help, right? Also, hopefully you could share this video that we're doing for other people to be able to check it out, because we'd love
Absolutely.
to hit that goal. I'm a little bit of a goal junkie. So if we can smash that goal, I would be super happy. Yeah. So
we're going to do it.
We're going to smash that.
With a lot of help from your viewers.
Yeah, let's do it. So we're going to smash that goal. I'd love to make that happen. And like I said, doing this podcast, it's a small podcast, but some cool things have happened. I've been able to get, sponsorships for MMA fighters. I've been able to connect two sort of different business owners together to create new ventures that have been really, thriving and stuff. So it's a pretty cool thing, man. So that's kind of the whole point of this podcast, trying to sort of connect the dots, right? Because sometimes people just get so busy, and me as a restaurant owner, knowing a lot of people, sometimes I just assume everybody knows everybody. Like when, the guy was just here earlier, I just assume you know him because everybody lives in Tianmu, right? And it's just, you just assume, you go out with some friends and you assume everybody knows everybody, but no one's talking. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, well, I don't know anyone. And I'm like, really? And it's just so foreign for me now to not know, because especially in Tianmu, everybody, with the restaurant.
It looks to me like if I want to get to know more people in the community, I better
come
come
here.
down here more often.
Just come down here, sit at the bar, and get to know some people, man. That's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So hopefully next Friday, if you guys are free, there are still some seats available. I think they're going to go pretty quick. Come on down. Yeah. Do you have anything you want to add, man? What do you think?
I just want to, reach out to everybody who's watching and invite them to please come down here to Eddy's Cantina on January 14th.
January 14th, not July, January.
January 14th.
Okay. Yeah.
Join the party, feel the love, make a difference, help us celebrate a successful community action. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. And I think the Tianmu community is really strong. The expat community is really strong. I don't know. I think we try to be a little bit of a hub for things like that. And so it's our pleasure to have it here. Thank you for choosing us. Yeah, man. So
thanks for what you're doing, Eddy. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming onto the show. We wanted to keep this one short so that we can kind of share it. If when things get really long, podcast style, the viewership tends to go down a little bit. So we want to keep it short, sweet, and I think we nailed it. What do you think?
Fantastic.
All right, brother. Thank you guys for checking out the show. Don't forget the links for the Friends of Denise, the event, and the GoFundMe are all below. Check those out if you're overseas. Do the GoFundMe if you're in Taiwan, Friends of Denise, or come join us for a beer next Friday.
We'll see you there.
Sounds good. See you guys there. Thank you. I'll do one of those, and I'll take one of those. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching the show, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.